The Northeast is in the grip of a classic nor'easter, churning up the Atlantic coast with relentless force. Heavy snow, fierce winds and plunging temperatures have transformed the region into a frozen battleground as nature unleashes its full winter fury. The sky is an ominous gray, thick with swirling clouds. What began as gentle flurries has now become a blinding wall of white, swallowing city streets and countryside alike. Visibility drops in an instant, and the world outside seems to vanish into a swirling void. This isn't just a snow day, it's a major weather event demanding respect for the raw power of nature. Streets that were bustling just hours ago are now deserted, as only the bravest venture out bundled against the biting cold and swirling snow. Bombogenesis is fueling this storm, rapidly intensifying it much like a hurricane but with snow. The pressure drops fast and winds whip up, turning flakes into icy missiles that lash against homes and buildings. Winds are howling, creating blizzard-like conditions from Maine to the mid-Atlantic. Trees bend and sway, and the sound of the wind is a constant haunting roar that echoes through empty streets. Visibility has dropped to near zero, and the wind bites at any exposed skin. Drifts pile up quickly, making travel dangerous and forcing most people to seek shelter indoors. The storm's force is rewriting record books and testing the resilience of communities. Emergency crews work tirelessly, braving the elements to keep people safe and respond to urgent calls for help. Moisture from the Atlantic is fueling heavy snowbands, dumping inches per hour. Streets and highways vanish beneath the relentless accumulation, and neighborhoods are quickly buried under a thick, icy blanket. Snowplows are overwhelmed, roads are impassable, and deep drifts are burying cars and doorways. Even the most prepared find themselves struggling to keep up as the snow continues to fall. This is a storm that will be remembered for years, a historic event that will be talked about for generations, as families and neighbors come together to dig out and recover. It's a powerful reminder to always be prepared for winter's worst. Stocking up on supplies, checking on neighbors, and having a plan can make all the difference when nature shows its might. The worst is still to come for many areas as the storm crawls across the landscape, bringing more snow, more wind, and more challenges in its wake. Stay alert, stay safe, and respect the storm's power. In the face of such winter fury, caution and preparation are our best defenses. This massive storm is impacting millions across the Northeast from New England to the mid-Atlantic. Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Connecticut, and Rhode Island are seeing the heaviest snow and strongest winds. Upstate New York is buried, while New York City faces a messy mix of snow, sleet, and rain. Pennsylvania and New Jersey are also hit hard, with hazardous travel and accumulating snow. Even Maryland and Delaware are feeling the effects, with slick roads and biting winds. The entire I-95 corridor is facing major disruptions, halting travel and commerce. The storm's slow movement means dangerous conditions will persist, challenging residents and emergency crews. The Appalachian Mountains are enhancing snowfall, burying towns in the Berkshires, Green Mountains, and Catskills. Many communities are isolated, cut off by deep snow. This is a regional event, affecting cities, rural areas, and everything in between. The National Weather Service has issued urgent warnings across the region, alerting millions of residents to brace for a major winter storm. This is not a typical snowfall. Forecasters are sounding the alarm for a potentially historic event that could disrupt daily life for days. Blizzard warnings are in effect for much of New England, signaling life-threatening conditions, heavy snow, strong winds, and near-zero visibility. Emergency officials urge everyone to avoid travel, as roads may quickly become impassable and emergency services could be delayed. Winter storm warnings cover Connecticut, Rhode Island, upstate New York, and eastern Pennsylvania. Travel is hazardous or impossible. Authorities are warning that even short trips could become dangerous, with snow accumulating rapidly and ice forming on untreated surfaces. Winter weather advisories are posted for New Jersey, the NYC Metro, and northern Delaware, warning of slippery roads and limited visibility. Commuters should expect delays, and public transportation may be affected as conditions worsen. These alerts are based on the latest forecasts and real-time data. Don't take them lightly. Meteorologists are closely monitoring the storm's path and intensity, updating warnings as new information comes in. Forecasters emphasize this is a long-duration event. Conditions may not improve until late tomorrow. Snowfall rates could remain intense for hours, and strong winds will continue to create dangerous wind chills and drifting snow. Stay informed through local weather updates and heed all official guidance. Check your local news, weather apps, and emergency alerts frequently for the latest information and instructions. The situation is evolving, with snow bands shifting and winds changing. Conditions can deteriorate rapidly, so be prepared for sudden changes in visibility and road conditions. The message is clear. Stay home, stay off the roads, and let the storm pass. Your cooperation helps keep emergency crews and your community safe during this dangerous weather. Your safety depends on staying alert and prepared. Make sure you have essential supplies, charge your devices, and check on neighbors who may need assistance. Trust the experts, they're working to keep you safe. The National Weather Service and emergency teams are on alert around the clock, dedicated to guiding you through this severe winter storm. Snowfall totals are staggering. Some towns are measuring snow in feet, not inches. Windsor, Massachusetts reports 38 inches. Reedsboro, Vermont, 35. Heavy wet snow is causing roof collapses and downed power lines. Communities are isolated, buried under massive drifts. Even more populated areas like Granby, Connecticut, and Palinville, New York, are seeing over 2 feet. Persistent snow bands are dumping 2 to 4 inches per hour. Major cities like Boston and Albany are expecting over a foot, creating a huge cleanup challenge. The sheer volume of snow is overwhelming even the most prepared crews. This is a historic event, with totals far beyond a typical December storm. Digging out will take days, if not longer. The power of this storm is on full display. Life across the Northeast has been upended, but the experience varies dramatically depending on where you are. Each region faces its own unique set of challenges as the storm rages on, shaping daily routines and testing the resilience of communities. In New England, it's a full-blown blizzard. Residents are hunkered down, battling deep snow and widespread power outages. The snow piles up relentlessly, blanketing entire towns and making even the simplest tasks a struggle. For many, the only option is to wait it out and hope for the best. Utility crews are on standby, ready to restore power, but conditions are simply too dangerous for repairs at the storm's peak. The howling wind and whiteout conditions force them to wait, knowing that every hour without electricity is a hardship for families. Families are gathered indoors, hoping the power holds. Many huddle by fireplaces or bundle up in blankets, sharing stories and trying to keep spirits high as the storm rages outside. In the mid-Atlantic, cities like New York and Philadelphia face a messy mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. The precipitation changes by the hour, coating everything in a slick, dangerous layer. The rain-snow line creates a treacherous, icy glaze, making commutes miserable and dangerous. Drivers inch along slippery roads, while pedestrians struggle to keep their footing on sidewalks turned to ice rinks. Mass transit and major roads are struggling to stay open. Snowplows work around the clock, but the relentless precipitation makes it nearly impossible to keep up, and public transportation grinds to a near halt. Salt and brine are quickly washed away and sidewalks are hazardous. Even the best efforts to keep walkways clear are no match for the constant freezing and thawing. Businesses are closed and streets are eerily quiet. The usual hustle and bustle has vanished, replaced by the muffled silence of a city blanketed in snow and ice. The storm is a great equalizer, bringing even the busiest cities to a halt. No one is immune to its impact, from small towns to major urban centers. Whether buried in snow or battling ice, everyone is feeling winter's grip. Neighbors help each other dig out, and communities come together in small acts of kindness. The region is united by the challenge of this storm, as people across New England and the Mid-Atlantic face the same relentless force of nature, reminding us all of the power and unpredictability of winter. Travel is extremely dangerous. Whiteout conditions and zero visibility make driving life-threatening. Heavy snow covers roads faster than plows can clear, and hidden layers of ice create a slick, deadly surface. Black ice is nearly invisible, causing sudden loss of control and accidents. Four-wheel drive doesn't help you stop on ice. No vehicle is immune. Many accidents involve overconfident drivers in SUVs and trucks. The safest choice is to stay off the roads until conditions improve. Those who must travel risk becoming stranded for hours in frigid temperatures. Running your car for heat can be deadly if the tailpipe is blocked by snow. State police report hundreds of accidents and urge everyone to postpone travel. Emergency responders are stretched thin. Don't put yourself or them at risk. The message is simple. It's not worth your life. Wait for the storm to pass before venturing out. Your safety comes first. Stay home and let emergency crews do their jobs. Prepare an emergency kit with flashlights, batteries, food, water, and a radio. Have enough supplies for at least 72 hours. If you lose power, never use a gas stove or grill for heat. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Dress in layers, use blankets, and close off unused rooms to conserve warmth. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those with medical needs. Shovel snow carefully. Cold and exertion can strain your heart. Keep furnace and dryer vents clear of snow to prevent carbon monoxide buildup. Install a carbon monoxide detector in your home. If stranded in your car, stay inside, tie a bright cloth to your antenna, and run the engine briefly for heat. Ensure the exhaust pipe is clear. Don't try to walk to safety in a blizzard. Stay calm, stay put, and wait for help. While most stay indoors, thousands of workers are out battling the storm. Snowplow drivers work around the clock to keep main roads and emergency routes open. Emergency services face a surge in calls, accidents, medical emergencies, fires, and welfare checks. Impassable roads and poor visibility make every response more difficult and dangerous. Utility crews brave hazardous conditions to restore power, often working near live wires in freezing winds. Their safety is the top priority, but their work continues long after the snow stops. Dispatchers and emergency managers coordinate the massive response effort. It's a team effort, requiring constant communication and planning. Take a moment to appreciate these frontline workers. They are the backbone of our community's response. Their dedication keeps us safe through the worst of winter. As the storm continues, the key message is safety and preparedness. The impacts will last for days. Cleanup will be monumental, and risks remain high. Exercise patience, let professionals do their work. Monitor local weather updates and heed all advisories. Information is your best tool. Know when it's safe to travel. Don't let your guard down as the snow tapers off. Preparedness is essential. Review your supplies and plans now. Let this storm be a reminder to always be ready for winter's challenges. Community matters. Check on neighbors and offer help where you can. Share information and resources to get through together. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay informed. We'll be here, tracking the storm until it's over.